fulfilled my expectations, definitely. There were lots of things that I didn't expect and really enjoyed. It really felt like you were part of these companies. I have a background in engineering, so doing a few placements where there was engineering, I really enjoyed that, and it sort of gave me a light into what I could be doing later in life. But I also saw the industry more as a whole. It really gives you an understanding, because there's certain things that you just don't think about when you're looking only at an engineering perspective. It teaches you lots about something that you wouldn't normally know about, and that definitely gives you an advantage.
I think the industry at the moment is kind of in a very exciting place, but also a very confusing place. You just need to go on major manufacturers' websites and look at things like the CO2 mileage per kilometre and then the miles per gallon, per 1,000 miles, stuff, it's boring. But it's important. And what I noticed from basically my mum trying to buy a car is that it doesn't make any sense, and especially if you're trying to implement that into your real world life. What does that mean? 120 grams of CO2 per kilometre? Am I saving the polar bear with that, or am I killing a fox? I have no idea. So my solution for this is you do a website add-on, you take your current car, you take the car or the cars that you are considering, and you apply this to your real-world drive or commute. You put your number plate in for your current car, and you put a start point and an end point via postcode. You put your start time, because it's very important to make it as accurate as possible. And it'll come up with something roughly like this. If you buy this new car compared to your old car, you'll be saved the same as planting 1.7 trees a week, and you'll save £86.49. I think manufacturers will be interested in it. Now people buy cars because they've got new types of hybrid systems, hydrogen fuel cells, new plug-in technology, but I think it's very confusing on what that actually means. What does that translate to compared to my old Ford Fiesta? And I think this gives customers a better understanding of what is going on in the industry.
Government records from 2016 show that 4,501 accidents occurred with vehicles waiting to turn left or right on the roads, and 1,489 accidents occurred with vehicles open.
Currently, the hazard lights flash at the same rate as the indicators, and I believe this leads then to confusion if you can only see half of the vehicle.
It's impossible to know what the defender in front is intended to do in this situation. My idea is a double pulsating hazard light.
I believe that with a new flash rate on the hazard lights, everyone will instantly recognise what the car is intending to do, and there will be no confusion when the vehicle is in an emergency.
The solution that I'm going to be pitching you today is the Vehicle Identification and Record Storage Blockchain Network. So my idea is basically a way that you can take the vehicle documents, things like your service history, your MOT documents, also some telematics data, and it's also a system by which you don't need to rely on number plates and VIN numbers when you're purchasing a car second-hand. So it's really a system of helping to prevent car cloning and hopefully reduce car theft, whilst also making things convenient for the owners of the cars by making their documents easily accessible. NFC device inside the cabin, which is what facilitates the connection between the smartphone and the servers. As the system is decentralised, it means that customers can have faith that their data is being securely handled and it's in safe hands. Hopefully my idea can solve the problems that are facing the industry right now.
I want to see the whole spectrum. I love the sales of the cars. I love the marketing. I find it fascinating about the consumer, like who actually wants this car, because there's more cars out there like doing more different things than you could ever dream of.
But just to experience everything, to understand the industry, to see these different aspects, to see from within, would just be an incredible experience.
To be a successful engineer, you really need to have an entrepreneurial spirit, because you can have the best idea in the world, but if there isn't a commercial aspect to it, then who's going to implement it?
2018 winner of the Autocar Corlin Next Generation Award is Lewis Campbell. Congratulations, Lewis.